Helping you with at-home solutions for living in place is the specialty of our next speaker. Jim Close is the president of Live Easy, an aging-in-place consultancy and distribution business in Toronto. Jim has over 30 years' experience in the accessible design world. He is also the director of education for Age Safe Canada. Take it away, Jim.
Thank you, everybody, and thanks for joining. As I said, I spent my entire 30-year career in and around clients who, up until today, have been looking to age in place. And I agree with the sentiment from CARP and everyone that living in place should be the acronym. And I applaud the efforts of CARP in terms of advocacy and programming, including today's event. So what I'm going to do today is introduce a couple unique safety products that we distribute. We distribute them throughout our dealer network throughout Canada. I think they are unique and people will find them interesting. And then I will quickly describe what Age Safe Canada is and what the Senior Home Safety Specialist course is all about. The first product is called the Assist Step, and we've dubbed it the Stair Walker. It's an innovative product coming out of Norway. We met these people at the end of 2019, and by the end of 2020, we had brought it into Canada. And it's a unique device that expands somebody's handrail. So if anyone has any difficulties on the stairs, you'll see in the next upcoming video, it kind of bridges the gap between a handrail and a lift device. And what we really point to in the occupational therapists, physiotherapists that have seen this device over the last couple of weeks at their own virtual events is that activity is medicine, and maintaining some form of climbing the stairs is actually beneficial for your overall health as well. So without further ado, I'll jump to the next slide, which is our video. So again, you'll see how it's basically a stainless steel rail system that's mounted on the wall. And as you climb the stairs, you're basically utilizing the rolling handle as a solid support mechanism. Folds up against the wall. And then again, coming down, you're able to lean against the handrail. And really, it's quite a simple device. And we are getting a lot of good traction online from many customers who are looking for something different other than a lift or something that provides a little bit more than just simple handrails. The next product is a Grippo pole system. Again, this is another product coming out of Norway. Again, I've been in the business for 30 years and a lot of innovation. Bill alluded to Canada being behind in a lot of advocacy, but we're also behind in a lot of R&D and products. And the Scandinavian countries in particular are always intuitive as to what clients want to see, especially around aesthetics. It's not just what the product does. I can attest to the fact that oftentimes clients are more concerned of what a product looks like in their home. Here's a Grippo pole in my office. After long days, I use it to pull myself out of the office chair. But you'll see here in this upcoming video on why it's unique and why it looks good in the home. The other thing to point out that this is a device that can be installed anywhere without any tools. So I'll jump ahead. This quick video was done by our Australian friend, Tom Hartwright, who's the distributor in Australia. But he does such a good job, I thought I'd steal his video.
Hi and welcome to CareCorp. Today I want to show you the Grippo support pole. It has so many different options. Now the first thing you'll notice about it is it's really easy to install. You can literally move it from room to room in your house. You don't need tools, you don't need installation teams, you don't need to drill holes in walls, and you don't need to have to patch the walls afterwards. In fact, you can install this pole when you want it, where you want it. So what is it and how does it work? Well, the Grippo support pole is designed and made in Scandinavia, and the first thing you'll notice immediately is the quality of the build and its design. These poles are solid and extremely well made. The pole itself is made of lightweight aluminium, and is easy to move around from room to room. It comes in 3 different sizes to accommodate whichever height of ceiling you have in your room. Now, there are also many attachments which are solid and comfortable to use and are specifically designed for multiple functions. This is how easy it is to install. The pole is placed between the floor and ceiling and held in place by pressure. Just choose where you want to locate the pole and make sure it's vertically level and that there's a ceiling support or rafter above you. Just twist and lock the upper half of the pole and then lock it into place with the foot lever. There's even a mark that tells you when it's correctly installed. Just please make sure you read all the installation instructions carefully. So no tools are required, no messy drilling into walls. You can literally put the pole where you want it when you want it. Grippo poles can be used in your living room, the bedroom, the toilet, the shower or the bathroom. All of this without having to change your existing furniture. Now, the Grippo pole is also a great support system for care homes where every resident has different needs in different rooms. No need to reconfigure or renovate rooms for new residents. The Grippo pole gives you the versatility to move and adapt to your residents' specific needs. Maybe there's a function room at your care home. The Grippo pole can be quickly assembled and installed in the function room and then removed just as easily the next day without having to patch up the walls. If you'd like to know more about the Grippo pole, please go to our website. The details are on your screen now. We'd love to hear from you and thanks for watching today.
So I'll move on, and I thank my colleague Tom for such a well done, quick little video instruction. So they're available again through us, through our dealer network throughout Canada. So I'm going to move on to Age Safe Canada. So I'll jump to the next slide. As we discussed, the number of seniors who wish to remain at home continues to rise, and there will be a staggering need for services, products, and knowledge. Given the vulnerable nature of many, it is necessary that a baseline of holistic knowledge be undertaken by those who work within the homes of seniors on a regular basis. And we hope that this is just the first step in the journey of learning and understanding of the seniors' clients and their home environments by those invited into their homes to provide services. So the Senior Homes Safety Specialist is a continuing education online platform that is aimed at professionals and businesses that visit seniors' homes on a regular basis. And I'll get into more of that. We all need to take the view that we are responsible for the safekeeping of those who wish to live at home as they age. As a contractor, care worker, financial advisor, home inspector, real estate agent, or family member. Although it's a major concern, the threat of falling isn't the only concern that we need to be aware of. We need to consider all aspects of home and tasks that can potentially be an issue. The Age Safe certificate combines general knowledge with the experience of many who have spent a lifetime working with the seniors community and in their homes. We have developed Age Safe Canada with an expert Canadian advisors who have shared the experience in order to make the course a valuable asset to their continuing professional development. And we'd like to thank our U.S. friends and colleagues at Age Safe America who have championed this criteria for many years and who have established a strong presence in the USA and around the world. A shout out to Fritzy Gros de Leon, the original Director of Education at Age Safe America, who has helped us with this process as well. The content presented is a survey of the environment and includes all things around the home of holistic in nature. It includes falls prevention, fire safety, security, personal security, fraud, and identity theft. And there are 13 modules that the client will, or the candidate will go through over the course of approximately 5 to 6 hours. We are launching this officially on June the 1st. We have talked to several professional agencies, professional healthcare agencies who will be picking this up as their continuing education for their members. And we believe that it's a feedback we're getting is it's something that's needed, as there really isn't any baseline education formalized within the industry. And I'm very much looking forward to working with it going forward.
Hey, Jim, before I let you go, I just have a couple questions. Talk a little bit about, because the Grippo poll, phenomenal. I've never seen that before, actually. It's brilliant. And the Stairwalker, sometimes these things can be very expensive. So can you talk a little bit about some of the programs that exist, government programs that exist for people looking for some financial support?
Well, that's a Pandora's box. There really isn't a national coverage. In Ontario, there are tax credits if you have to pay out of pocket. The March of Dimes HVMP program, Home Vehicle Modification Program, is the only general program, but there was a big session a couple of weeks ago. Again, they're another group that's advocating for the government to push for more injection of funds into the living in place sector. As Bill pointed out earlier, only 13% of monies go into home care. So there really isn't, unfortunately, a lot of people have to go out of pocket for these type of devices. A Grippo pole is a little bit more expensive than some of the others on the market because of its look and aesthetics and the fact it's coming in from Northern Europe. Prices will come down as demand rises. The assist step in comparison to lifting devices, for example, should be between 30 to 40 and sometimes 50% less than a lift device. And it really depends on people's concept of what expense is. It's truly a well-made device and needs to be secure, obviously, to maintain people's posture up the stairs.
And obviously you've been consulting for, is it 30 years? I think I heard 30 years. So you've been you've been in this business a long time. What's the biggest piece of advice you have for people who may not require assistive devices right now, but maybe are looking to plan for the future?
Well, that's just it. You look to plan, you look to identify potential issues. I mean, falls are probably the biggest number one concern. We address that in Age Safe course on planning around that. Try to eliminate the problems now. I know later in the day, financially, you'll be looking to plan how to make those changes. And it's certainly, I would say 90% of the clients I've dealt with in my client, it's always a reactionary event that makes it, and then that just causes stress and anger and frustration. If you plan for it, I'm planning for it. Hopefully I move to a bungalow, but not everybody has that option. Planning is the key, which is why we're here today.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us.